does that, or there are other companies that, I'm still just wondering about all this cloud stuff. I don't know who would answer, like, could Matt answer that, if there are other companies that do
The hosting.
the hosting with the
Yeah,
clouds?
hosting.
This, I can't pronounce it, so.
I'm sure there are.
But is this, this is like the
No,
government?
I think that we've heard that the town has had some good luck with
Okay.
their initiative, and this is the company the town
This company does specialize in it, which is kind of important because there's some things here that you can do that the town hasn't done yet. For instance, you can put the agenda up, and then like if you clicked on public input, the video would jump to that part.
Oh,
Now that requires somebody going in there though and finding public input and then linking it to that word. So if you don't have someone to do that, which right now the town hasn't. I was talking to Dean about, they were talking about maybe getting some volunteers to just kind of sit down and, do that kind of stuff. So there are some things that they do more than just like YouTube or just a straight video program.
I can tell you, I wish I'd known a lot of what you just stated ahead of time. We probably could have saved the administration some time, but having all wireless and wired, that was good information. But you mentioned that you have not, I guess, delved into the logistics of it. Does that mean there's more coming? Not necessarily a quote, but
maybe not cost, no.
No, right.
I don't think, and to tell you the truth, I'm a novice at this, depending on people who are giving us the quotes. Who sets it up, who breaks it down, who uploads, and questions like that.
Well, I can fill in a few of the blanks. This system that the town uses, it's an automatic upload as you're recording. You are streaming live and you're archiving to the system. So you can have a camera operator or not. My intention and my hope was to perhaps get some 7th, 8th grade volunteers. I'd be glad to work with them because, I am in the video business. Maybe they could get some community service hours, have them come in here and operate the camera. It is much more interesting to watch if when you're talking, they move the camera over to you and zoom in a little bit than to have this great wide shot. It's not that difficult to do, and there wouldn't be any editing or anything after. So, maybe at the same time they could help us with setting up the microphones and doing some of that kind of stuff. My past experience as kids, students I should say, usually get interested in media and video kind of stuff. So my thought was we probably wouldn't have trouble, recruiting a couple of people to do that.
And the web hosting, so that's a monthly cost. And then there would still be some hardware costs, initial hardware costs.
I want to think that the hardware was about $3,000, but I couldn't get a hold of Dean to verify that.
Whereas something that is hardwired, you just pay one time and there wouldn't be any additional costs.
No, let me just clear up the confusion because ABC and the APS one I gave you are just for audio, other than C and D include a video camera. But nothing here talks about the piece that we need to get up to the internet. That's what I'm thinking is about $3,000, but I don't know for sure. It's basically a little computer, but it's in a strip, so it doesn't look like a computer. You plug the video camera into it, and you plug it into the internet. And basically, as your signal goes in, it just goes right up to the internet. But that's not covered in anything that I saw here or the hosting cost. So we've got to find out what that's going to be. My thought was to deal with the audio first, because the audio has been an ongoing issue. And frankly, I've been videotaping every meeting anyway. They're available for anybody that wants to watch them. and I intend to keep videotaping until we have a system. So I think the audio is really the urgent issue right now. So I think we have some time to look at the video stuff.
I guess I'm a little confused. So none of these have, maybe I just want to clarify, none of these have video.
Let me just stop you there, Dana. The two most expensive ones had a video camera.
They do, okay.
But the camera is not the key. The
It's
camera,
that piece that.
it's that piece. We need the piece, and that piece is it's a branded piece that goes with that hosting company. You know, it's all part of their hardware.
So we would get it from
If we went with that
If
company-
we went with Granicus, it's Granicus's piece of equipment
Yeah.
that uploads the video to the.
Yeah.
Now, if we purchased the video camera with this package, would this video camera have other uses during its day while it was housed at Collin Middle School? Could Collin Middle School utilize another video camera in its functioning? Or is there a current video camera at Collin Middle School?
Well, I would like to comment on that. My understanding
actually-
is, okay,
Like the administration? Don't know if it could be used or don't know if we have one.
Oh, then we would need to use it. Do we have a video camera?
Not if we need to use it, could there be uses for it? Like instead of it just being for the school board's videotaping of school board meetings or committee meetings, are there other uses that a camera could be utilized?
And that would be over and above what they've already got.
Yes,
Yeah.
so an additional resource available to help kids learn outside the box.
You know, because I do have a little bit of experience with this, you've got to serve, you have your thing in the rollaway cart, and it belongs to this function. Kids, when kids are using things, they're kids, and I would want to make sure that. we
I
have
wasn't
a camera.
necessarily thinking just for kids, but I'll give you an example that I can think of. I was here at Community Challenge, and I know that a number of parents whose children participated were not able to attend, but it might have made a little more sense what exactly Scratch is if you saw some of what was going on. Like, Speedy did an amazing job explaining it to the kids, but the kids can't necessarily go home and explain to their parents why they want to go to MIT on the 19th of May. They want to do Scratch, and it was fun and exciting, but maybe if the parents actually saw the presentation, it would have helped.
What?
I mean more in that regard than handing the camera to a
You're
kid.
not really talking about equipment, you're talking about capability.
Yes.
And I would say, yeah, that once you have the capability of doing something like that, you just need to figure out the logistics of it. And it is a logistic, it's not an insurmountable logistic, but it takes somebody to coordinate and do it. And we just have to figure out what that program looks like. What is it that we want to do? And you can make wonderful use out of loading your school musical onto the net so that people can see it.
I think it would also be a benefit to parents who have to travel for business, whose plans are months and months in advance, and then the musical comes up and their kid is devastated they didn't see it.
It is wonderful. It really is. It's just the logistic part about it. Because this stuff doesn't like jump out of the case onto a tripod and then onto the internet. You've got to have a plan in place with responsibilities that have to go to somebody for making sure that it works. Because it has to work. When we come here for a board meeting camera has got to be working. And it's got to be broadcast. There's no room for error.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair?
Yep.
I just want to comment on a couple of things on the camera itself. One thing that I've noticed here is with the advent of all the iPads, they are recording a lot of the video now. Like when there's group projects, my daughter's in 6th grade and they use them to record. So I tend to think that we could probably pull the camera out and probably wouldn't be missed. The other thing is that when you're using a camera like this, it's going directly up and being recorded. If there is a problem with the record function, we can still use that camera for this function. So there are times when a camera will still get the image and send the image out, but it might have tape problem or the problem mechanically. And those cameras are great candidates for what we're doing because we're not going to make a tape. Everything is going right through the camera to the internet. So I think if we look around, we may be able to find a camera. I agree with Dr. Littlefield that you're better off to have one that you could leave in the cart. That way, come Tuesday night, you'll know what's in the cart versus trying to figure out who borrowed it last. But and if we can't, we can, then we can kind of cross that bridge when we come to it. But I hate to see us purchase one. I think they're, frankly, with the advent of the iPads, I think they're becoming a little obsolete here for most of the video that I've seen. Thank you.
Well, I guess I'll go back to my previous, do you have anything else that you're going to provide us? Or do we have everything here to make a decision?
Well, I think that there are, as David has indicated, there probably are some loose ends. But once you make the decision, you're going to go into that, we go in that direction. You could chunk it out and do the $4,500 in audio now and do the video later, while you're trying to figure out what that piece of equipment is that we need. Sounds as though we really need it to make that link to the internet. Or you could just sort of take that monthly thing, annualize it, and add the $3,000 for that piece of equipment that links it, and add it onto the audio, and you sort of know what you're talking about. And then either wait to do the whole ball of wax or do the audio first and then finalize the video later.
I have a question and then a motion. I think it's a question for Karen. Based on where our accounts are, our budget is, are there budget lines that money can be moved between accounts to absorb the cost of this activity us endeavoring in this at this time?
We'd have to do a budget adjustment, but we should be able to do that.
Just one
Well, I'm in favor of doing the audio first and waiting for the video myself, but I don't really understand what all these things listed on the proposals are. Am I right in saying that the audio proposals here do not include anything that would record the meetings, right? Or unless David said you could buy something, card reader or something, but I mean in here there's nothing included that records, right? This is just to project the meeting out. Is that correct?
I'd be glad to speak to that. Yeah, what I did is I tried to get a comparable quote. So the other wired quote didn't have the recorder. So then I went on the internet and I looked, and I had also helped Veeam when they bought theirs. So they're anywhere from $70 up to $150 for an audio recorder. The benefit of the audio recorder hooked to the system is that all of the microphones are channeled through the mixer and then into the audio recorder. Instead of, like right now, we're being recorded on the microphone over there. It's not going to be very loud. So we have that benefit. So It's very inexpensive, there's no moving parts, the things just go on and on, so yeah.
So would you say
there's-
70, 150, or, I mean?
Yeah, 70
less than
is,
a couple hundred.
yeah, 70 is really fair because we don't really even need any of the fancy functionality of it because we're not using the microphones that are on it or anything like that. So they've been using it and I think they're continuing to use it even though they're videotaping the meetings because it also gives you a backup of the audio in case something does happen.
I have a question for Matt. Matt, could you speak to the